Welcome back, everybody, to the This Is My Bourbon Podcast. I'm your host, Perry, and with me, we're not warmed up at all. We're just going right for this. It's like...
Full throttle.
Yeah.
All natural.
It's the Whiskey Mutant Eric.
It's me.
He's here.
Not had anything, not pregame. We're coming straight from work right into your ear holes.
You know what would help?
Whiskey.
You know what would really help?
Bourbon.
Is if
Rye.
My microphone was turned on and the levels were up.
Well,
I don't know what that's going to sound like.
well, it was still on that.
I don't know how that happened. That was crazy.
You got some waveforms.
I know. I'm just confused how. Because I looked down and my microphone was not turned on. Oh, well.
Well,
Apparently
my
it works
plan
somehow.
was foiled.
Thanks, dude.
My plan was foiled. I was going to try to have my own solo episode, but you're actually beside of me the whole
We're
time.
actually in person. The videos started from the beginning this time and not 8 minutes in.
We're doing great today.
We're doing fantastic. We're recording the main episode first because there's a prior engagement that the camera needs to go to.
I got to rent out the camera today, and I was a little late getting home. So we got to do camera stuff first.
Yeah, so the main episode might be a little bit shorter. But that doesn't mean that Patreon's going to receive shorter content this week. But if you do want to get the Patreon content, you yourself can head to patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast and get that at the $5 and up tier. But you can support the show for any dollar amount that you want. And it starts typically at the $1 tier, but you can pledge whatever you want, man.
1,000.
Whatever you want. Sure, if you want to do $1,000 a month, I'm not stopping
$2 million.
you. Maybe $2 million a year. Sure, make us.
You can do $2 million, and it will cover you for like 10 years. That's perfectly fine.
We can quit our day jobs.
Yeah.
You could completely influence the direction of this show.
If somebody paid us $2
Don't do
million, we would record every day.
Every day. Oh no, literally, we would record every single day.
Yeah.
That would be like that would be our entire job.
So
Completely funded by our one listener.
Would you change the name if they were like, I have one request, and they have to change the name of the show? Everything stays the same. You get $2 million.
This is My Bourbon Podcast, brought to you by Rick Stevens.
Not even their name. They just call it the worst thing you've ever heard in your life.
It's just nothing but slurs.
Bad, but he already paid up front. You got the money.
I don't know if
But
I
he
could
has
accept
access
it.
to take it away anytime if we do.
I don't know if I could do that.
What if it's not real bad, like, slurs, racial, everything? It's just stupid.
If it's stupid, I would accept it. But if it's like offensive,
How offensive.
oh, dude,
This
what do
show
you
is better
mean?
than Fred Minnick's show. What if that was the name of it?
Done.
Okay.
So if you put up front
$2 million.
enough money to where we could quit jointly our day jobs,
Yeah.
if you would fund us, we will change the name of this podcast.
Yeah.
But it would also have to be called formally known as This Is My Bourbon Podcast.
No, they don't want anything.
Oh, okay. Well,
No.
whatever. Would we still do bourbon stuff, or would it just be any podcast?
It would be bourbon stuff. It would be the same thing.
Oh, okay.
They just want the worst possible name ever.
Welcome back, everybody, to This Podcast is Better Than Fred Minnick's Podcast.
There we go. And you just hear cha-ching.
We normally kick off episodes with Flying Blind, and we got a Flying Blind brought to us by Joseph Brazo.
So do I.
We both have a Brazo box?
Uh-huh.
Amazing. So he got one for you to blind me with, and I got one to blind you with then.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my Brazo box.
Did he give both of us Mike and Ike's? The green box, too. Original fruits.
Yeah.
Also, Don Nishida told me to tell you that I needed to see the box that he
Oh, I'm
sent
going to
you.
reveal it because I wanted to do it in person on the show. After we do Flying Blind, I'm going to show everybody the best best gift a dad could ever
Oh, that was
give
just
you.
the P.O. box.
What?
I thought my home address was
They
leaked.
already know. The weird ones already know where you live.
But Brazo's address got... So I'm going to have to
Just blur
blur
it
some
out.
stuff out. So
There's two in here. One says blind Perry with this, and one says I'm blinding you.
right, and I've got a sample that says the same thing.
So we're going to do the ones that say blind Perry with this?
Yeah.
Okay. And that one said blind Eric with this?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I got it.
Yeah. And then I guess we'll also blind ourselves
I guess.
too. But here's the thing about the sample that he sent that says, I'm going to blind you with this.
Like you or me?
Me.
You.
Like me, Perry.
Yes.
There's a sample that says, I'm going to blind you with this.
Right. I have one that says I'm going to blind you. With
Right.
this.
There's no answer key to it.
Are you sure it's not on the label? Like
It
peel
just-
away or anything?
Yeah, it just... Or maybe it's a peel away. I don't know.
I don't know. Is there another thing in here? What the heck? Joe? How do we know? All right, you do know what this one is because it's on the label.
I know
Oh,
what I'm
baby.
pouring for you.
I'm just going to drink this myself. I ain't blinding you with it.
I'm excited to also try yours.
You better be. Or else we'll kick you in the...
I'm very excited.
He said we have to pour Mike and Ike's in these completely and ruin them.
The entire box of Mike and Ike's. And this is the first thing we've had today too.
Oh yeah,
So-
fresh baby. This is good. This is blind. We're going in blind, seeing what we got. All right. Joseph Brazzers at it again with his crazy ways. Him and his nice teeth.
Okay.
Oh my God. That smells like
I'm excited about
chocolate
whatever
Pop-Tart.
this is.
smells like a chocolate Pop-Tart.
This just smells like really good bourbon. Honestly. I got no notes other than great bourbon.
It smells like there's a different smell in a Pop-Tart when it's got about halfway through a toaster compared to when it's cold.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
got a little bit of that bake, got a little bit of that toaster bread that's left in there in the bottom, but oh, it's chocolate and toast. All right.
Cheers, brother.
Ooh. Very chocolatey on the palate. Still, mine is. It doesn't have a big proof taste on mine, but it's thick. It's thick, rich chocolate. I don't know if it's that high proof. It's got a nice finish, but it doesn't it doesn't have that barrel proof. Or is it? Now oh my God, the Kentucky Hug is coming back.
Mine is oaky and sweet. I would guess that it is double digit age wise. If it's not, it's double barreled. This is really, really good.
What is that? Oh man, it may be high proof. Second sip gets a lot more proof. This reminds me of like a Brown Foreman, but it was a Brown Foreman that like a Willet had, maybe like a Willet purple top that was Brown Foreman.
Okay.
I want to say like 10 years, maybe like 115 proof. It's like chocolate. There's a little bit of banana in there too, is what gets me. So yeah, that's my guess on mine.
I think that I don't know where mine is from. Honestly.
I'm going to pour myself some of yours.
I'm going to pour myself some of yours.
All right, I gave you a guess. I don't know.
I don't have a good guess for this because I'm having a hard time placing it.
Okay.
I'm also trying not to like go off of what yours is.
Surely he wouldn't do the thing where he like just made it the same thing. No.
I don't think it's the same thing. I think it might be from the same.
It's not the same thing. It smells completely different.
Absolutely not the same thing. But I think it might be from
the same place.
Yes. Just a different edition.
Okay.
If that's the case, I feel like I know exactly what it is.
Okay.
But I don't want to give it away.
Give it away now.
Because I'm afraid that by my saying it, it would give away what yours is.
I mean, I've already guessed what I thought mine
Okay.
was.
I think mine is the Parker's Double Barrel Blend.
Okay. You're wrong.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. And
you're wrong on yours too, by the way.
I figured. Well, definitely not double barreled.
Oh, okay. So it's just old.
I don't know. You'll have to tell me.
Really?
This is straight from a barrel.
Okay.
And it comes in the most beautiful, spectacular packaging of all.
It's Blanton's.
Bland.
Oh,
129.6.
That's it? Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like 6 years old.
Let me rinse out. I want to try. Oh my God, it smells so good.
I think I got a piece of cork in yours.
Oh,
you see what I mean?
It's got fruit. It's so sweet.
It's such a decadent pour.
Yeah, so sweet.
Yours is the Parker's Heritage 10-year rye.
Oh,
128.8 proof.
Well, 10 years. I was way off on the proof. It's not. This is this rye a high rye or like a barely rye? Do we know?
If it is,
it doesn't taste like a rye.
If it's Heaven Hill's traditional rye mash bill,
It's kind of a. Mid.
it's a low. I think it's a low rye. I'm
really
pretty
like it.
sure that their rye mash bill, like their regular rye mash bill, is a 51% rye.
It reminds me of a bourbon.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Oh, it's very, very
I would
good.
never have guessed that proof. I don't get that proof until almost it's in my belly. It's so easy to drink, and it's almost like the finish hits you out of nowhere.
That might be the best Blanton straight from a barrel I've ever had.
With Blanton straight from the barrels, delicious.
Yeah.
Wow, great. I like it.
Those are two phenomenal samples.
I mean, I don't know if we should.
Let's hold off on
Yeah.
our.
I mean, because we don't know if we know how to get the answer. Like, will he let us know later? I don't know.
He
What's
probably
this
will.
game he's playing?
Yeah.
What's this squid game he's playing with us?
I don't know.
He may show up.
You might.
Who knows? You
In
better
a
stay.
mask.
In a mask.
In a tracksuit.
In a tracksuit.
What have you been drinking recently?
What have I been drinking? So what have I been drinking? I did have a really good. I opened a bottle of Rare Character. It's got it looks like Mr. Fox on the label.
Oh, that's cool.
It's one of the daggone it, the higher proof bourbons.
One of the KOAs.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like one of those almost like 138 proof ones.
Yeah.
So good. So good. Thank you, Chade, for that. I did have a McUltra the other
Nice.
night. Had that. I got a box I mentioned earlier from my father, Don Nishida. And it's absolutely glorious. I'm going to show that.
It's time. Is it time for the reveal?
I think it's time for the reveal. I don't really. Let me make sure I didn't take a picture of anything recently. I've kind of took a break from Whiskey Mutant stuff just to kind of like reset, and I'm going to start back my 69s and stuff, my pairings, but so I haven't done a whole lot of extra stuff. Yeah, I had some steak, had that margarita, talked about that already.
You did, yes.
But just the normal stuff. I grabbed like some Buffalo Trace, but I opened that Mr. Fox looking bottle, and it's delicious. Like you and me both know that those run of barrels that Rare Character has are just, it's every one of them are hitters.
Yeah.
Every one of them. All right. So I get this box, big old box from Don Nishida. And there's a letter that says, "To my boy." Put that label down there. Don't wanna. To my boy. I don't know if this is the answer keys or a letter. Or I don't know if there's even... I've not really looked too much into this. All right. Hanai. In Hawaiian culture, hanai is a term that refers to the informal adoption of a child by another person or family. It can also be used as a verb to describe the act of adopting someone into the family. Aloha, Eric. I've listened to your heart-rending stories about your father leaving to buy cigarettes and milk, never to return. After meeting you several times, I will consider you my hanai child from this day forward. Am I saying that right? Hanai?
Yeah.
Okay. I know it doesn't replace your biological father, but I hope this brings you peace. I have enclosed a few things in this box, like the milk and cigarettes that should have been delivered all those years ago. A baseball in hopes that one day we can have a game of catch. Snacks that would have been enjoyed together. I know I'm not your true father, but if you ever need any advice, just reach out and I'll be there. If you are confused about girls, I'll be there. If you need to understand the birds and the bees, or the birds and the birds, or the bees and the bees, or the birds that choose to remain alone, I'll be there. If you need to be bailed out at 3 a.m., well, I won't be there, but you can call Perry. Welcome to our Ohana, my boy. Glad to have you. And it's also okay that you support the Bills instead of the Cowboys. A boy has to learn and grow on his own. Mika aloha. Your hanai pops. And here's a here's a photo of Asian Eric.
Oh.
I don't even know if you can see that. Yep. There I am. Right there.
I need to inspect Asian Eric. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
So in this box, we've got some nice snacks, some little cookie looking things. He legit put a baseball in here.
That's
Here are candy cigarettes, old school candy cigarettes. I will be enjoying those later. And a ton of snacks. I mean, we got chocolate cakes, fudge. Looks like, I mean, there's a ton. And some milk. He brought the milk. Coconut milk. And it looks like we got some more beers. So
no way.
Yeah. I don't know what's in that one. We'll check that out later, but I'm not going to get too... That looks like... Yeah. So, thank you, Father. Hanai. And thank you for all the support over the years. And I truly will come to you with advice when I have any issues with girls. So, that was special.
Asian Eric is both disturbing and deeply heartwarming.
I look like I'm going to show up in the alley and sell somebody a gremlin. Is what it looks like.
You kind of look like my barber.
Anyway.
Who is not Asian, by the way.
There you go.
Okay, well...
That's amazing.
Well, I have I've been drinking as like medicine to keep from getting the flu. And
purple drink?
Yeah, I've been drinking lean, man.
Lean, man,
yeah. So I never got the flu. Both my daughters had it. My wife had it. And I just never got sick over the past week. So I'm going to attribute that to drinking cast strength bourbon.
This is my Bourbon Podcast. Does not give out medical
Nope,
advice.
no, we
Please
do not. Don't take that advice, please.
advice.
That's something that I carried over from COVID when
Yeah.
everybody was like, you know that 60% alcohol kills any infection that's in the back of your throat. And it's like, all right.
Okay, I'll drink a bottle.
Sure,
of
why
barrel
not?
proof. Yeah.
But so most of what I've been drinking recently is like Elijah Craig Barrel Proof or Stag.
Yeah.
You know, so stuff like that. Buddy that I know has a friend who was able to get another bottle of 24B. So I got that. I got another bottle of 24B.
You got another bottle?
I did, yeah.
Nice. Look at you.
Yeah. I mean, not really anything out of the ordinary. I ran to Liquor Barn the other day and found another 10-year Knob Creek pick.
A different one?
Yeah, a different one.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll drink it later on the post-game chats.
The post-game Pop Chihuahua?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Pop Chihuahua.
Oh.
Because we got something special that we're doing on that.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Okay.
And I also ran over to Unlimited Spirits on the way over here and got another foolproof pick, 1792 foolproof pick. And yeah, the name of the pick is Spirit of the Wild. Cool. Phenomenal.
I want to know the story. Tell me the full story
Right.
of how this was
And when I was checking out, because, you know,
on
No.
Southland, right?
yeah, right. Nobody knows, of course, how much you know about bourbon or whiskey or what your journey is when it's the first time that you ever like met them.
Yeah, we don't really go into that store a lot, just randomly.
No, very, very rarely do
Both
I
of
go
us
in
are
that
kinda
store.
like, yeah.
Their picks are not always the best. Their prices are
That's the-
egregious.
That's the problem.
They are terrible. They also had Stag on the shelf for $250.
Crazy.
They had Blanton's on the shelf for like $150. Blanton's Gold for $350. Like, it's just stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not going to go in there and just regularly buy stuff from them because I know that their prices are not something that I'm willing to fork
Their
over.
picks are usually normal price.
They're usually a little bit elevated.
10, 15 above.
This was 85, I think.
Well, normally
So-
65, 75.
Yeah.
That's what the Ernie's one was.
So I was like, you know, I figured I'd grab it. So anyway, I'm checking out. Obviously, I picked up a pick. You know, I feel like in today's climate of bourbon enthusiasts, we at least know what a pick is, right?
I
So-
mean, yeah.
So
Where is this going?
checkout guy proceeded to explain to me what a pick was.
I figured the person who walks into a store doesn't ask for anything, doesn't ask to see anything
Didn't
in the
say a
back,
daggum thing,
doesn't
man.
ask for Blanton's, doesn't ask for Buffalo Trace, just goes, looks around, grabs a pick, and walks out. It should be assumed that you probably should just think, this guy, he grabbed this for a reason. He probably knows what's up.
He was like, the owners of the store go to a bourbon distillery, bourbon makers, and they try a few of the.
So he went through the actual process.
Yes, he did, dude.
I kind of respect that. But the real question is, how did you react?
Oh, I just went, I was like, wow, yeah.
See, there's two ways this can go. No, three ways you can go.
Why would I be
It's
combative
just like the
about
prank
it, though?
call. No, it's not combative. It's like the prank call you got where you just got nervous and like hung up.
Oh, where the kids asked me what my favorite color was.
Yeah. You could have went on. Okay, this guy is like, all right, this is the problem. And you could have been like, went like,
Tell me more.
tell me, like, oh, really? Have you ever got to go on it? And like started asking. Or you could have been like, I've been on picks.
Yeah.
I know how this
I've
process-
I've sold picks to people before.
You could have acted like your mind was blown. And you're just like, okay.
I don't know. I hadn't eaten yet. I was not
See, this is
all
another
there.
this is another segment of our show that we want to create where you're in the van and you tell me to like Impractical Jokers, but bourbon
Right?
style.
Yeah.
You're like, go in there. I want you to tell him that they picked a horrible barrel, and I want you to explain all the reasons why it's bad, and then leave the bottle that you've already opened and say
on the counter.
You want your money back.
It's like the soup Nazi on Seinfeld where you piss them off and they take your food back and give you your money back.
And I want you cannot leave until you get something in return. That would be a funny thing.
Incredible stuff.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we got 2 reviews again this week. Two. The second review, we were instructed to give a little bit of time for it to sit in the glass and open up. So we will get to that.
It is
in a little bit.
Open air. We're going to let it sit. Don't worry. We got a timer.
Yes. The first one, though, we were not instructed to do as such. So we're just going to freeball it. And
they said, drink it, baby.
Say, do whatever. But it is the Heaven Hill Heritage Collection release from 2025. It is a 19-year-old wheat whiskey. Kentucky straight wheat whiskey, rather, at 90 proof. The mash bill is 51% wheat, 37% corn, and 12% malted barley.
Nice.
It's made up of 277 barrels produced in August and September of 2005.
Nice.
And they were aged on the 5th and 6th floors of Rickhouse Y. To date, it is the oldest wheat whiskey released by Heaven Hill and bottled in December of 2024.
Wow.
This is the one that comes in the big fancy bottle and box. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. It's for the laboratory. It tells us on there. It says
not for resale, all that stuff.
For testing purposes only.
$300 a bottle.
That's not too bad.
I mean, it is what it is. It's to be expected with these, hyper-aged, super limited releases from Heaven Hill.
I mean, that's how much most of them have been. Like
I think so. I don't think I don't think any of them have been less than like $200.
Yeah.
So that there was no real sticker shock with this one.
Right. I would expect nothing less.
Yeah. Jeez.
That smells like old wheat whiskey.
That's fantastic.
There is a specific aged strawberry note that whether it's from Frankfurt or wherever, Bardstown, Frankfurt, I don't care. You get an old wheat recipe whiskey and there's just this strawberry jelly note. Give me more. I want more jelly. I want all the strawberries.
All of it.
Put it all in there.
I'm thirsty. Give it to me, please, right now.
I'm thirsty. Let me drink it.
They're the ones saying it, not me.
Make whiskey good again. That smells fucking good.
It really does.
All right.
All right, let's do it. It's a little bit thinner on the palate than I was hoping it would be.
Yes.
But it doesn't taste bad.
It makes me want more.
It doesn't taste bad.
It makes me want
It is suffering from
100 proof.
The proof. The finish is great though.
Why does Heaven Hill torture me? This is the year that Heaven Hill drives me insane.
What if we let it dehydrate and bring the proof up?
This is seriously.
I'm talking Grease levels of nonsense right now.
Heaven Hill, I love you so much. I can look over at my whiskey collection right now and see so many Heaven Hill products. Why are you torturing me like you are this year?
I still think it's good.
No, it's great.
You just want more.
I know what this could be. I know what this could be. It's 100 proof. I know what this could be, man. I ain't holding back, Heaven Hill. This year, you're getting all the mutant rage. You know what you did. You are torturing me right now. I mean, I can't imagine. I can't even imagine what this would be like.
Sorry. If you're watching the video version, I just got a tweet that made me lose my... I'm not going to read it out loud because...
I mean, isn't that old?
Apparently it's
Isn't
not.
that like 2 years ago?
I think he's just going full mask off is the problem.
I thought that was like all already a thing.
It is, but it isn't. It's just like he's just being emboldened to say it more because of things.
I get it. I don't get it. I get.
You get why it's happening.
Yes. I don't agree.
By no means do we agree with what he's saying. We don't even want to bring up his name.
No, I'm not going to say what I just read.
It's not bourbon related at all, what we're talking about, by the way.
Chad for Vince Bourbon Night just posted that.
In his massive fascist pivot.
I would have never expected that from him. And I'm like, we already knew that.
Yeah, I know.
He said that on his show before.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
God.
that's not true. But
Right.
There was a joke.
Back to,
Back to
they don't even know what we're talking about.
I know, but you know. I still think this is, even though I would prefer this to be at a higher proof, I think what is here is still great whiskey.
Yeah, it is great. It could be greater. I know, I can tell. I'm a master blender distiller. I know. People are like, you don't know nothing.
We know you've got bodies and barrels.
Yeah, I got bodies and barrels. We're going to find out who has the bodies in the barrels soon. Just wait. I'm going to break the news. Bodies and barrels everywhere. But my God, like it smells and tastes so good at 100 proof. You know, maybe it doesn't. You know, I will get Serious Mutant for a second and maybe be like, I should trust them that this is the best product that came out of it.
Yeah.
But I find it hard to believe that this at 120 proof would not be as good at 100 proof. I mean,
maybe. I mean, you know what it probably is that it could have been too oaky.
Maybe.
You know, there could have been too much
Maybe
of the age on it.
But, I mean, I know I have to trust the process, but my God, like when you...
At the end of the day, we are still two just idiots with microphones.
I'm just a freaking idiot who loves barrel proof whiskey who's like, blah, blah, blah. But I couldn't imagine if this is any indication of what something tastes like at a higher proof. I mean, lights out, like 100 out of 100. So, I mean, that's how good it is that it's making me want to know what it was like before it was proved to 100 proof.
I don't disagree with that. I just think that with everything that has been orchestrated here, it is a very finely tuned product.
But when you see 19 years old, like I want this thick, syrupy Heaven Hill thing. And like you said right at the beginning, it's a little thin.
Yeah.
And if I'm paying that much money, like there's just a feeling, and I don't even know if I'm like, it's coming across the way I want it to sound, but like when you pay big money for bottles that are aged high, you know that it's going to be worth it, and it tastes thin. That's one of the, I would like to have a little bit of like rough edge and have this thick, like syrupy, like whiskey, then have like this fine-tuned thin when it's a special bottle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's just something about a thick pour of whiskey. Like,
I completely agree with you. I do. I'm just trying to measure things on what's been presented to us.
As soon as I tasted this, I was like,
I get it.
Give me that thick.
I get it.
Finish, all that stuff. So, I mean, I don't even know if we said what the palate tastes like. The palate tastes like, it's almost like the nose times like 10, like the strawberry jelly.
That's the thing, is that like it tastes incredible.
It's the finish. The finish is lacking. That's when you get that thickness that right on the back of your tongue, and it starts coating your whole mouth, going down your throat. That's what makes me appreciate a $300 bottle of whiskey. Is when it coats my throat. It's
got a little bit of spice on it as well. That's helping kind of balance out some of these sweeter flavors. The predominant thing that I'm getting is like a strawberry buttercream.
It is very vanilla-y, strawberry, like icing-y thing.
Yeah.
Like the nose smells more like that jelly, like that preserve, and then it's almost sweeter on the palate. Like you get that creamy, like icing note on there. I completely agree on the palate with you on that.
Yeah.
I just think, I mean, you're gonna see it in my score. I just think if it had that thick, heavy finish, I mean, this would be, I mean, we're just starting February and it would be fucking almost whiskey of the year at the moment.
Yeah.
So
I think we still have time on the timer.
Oh my God.
How much time do we have?
16 minutes.
So we'll go ahead and we'll do nose, palate, finish, and price on this guy. That's our review system here on the podcast. Each category is out of 5, and a final score out of 20 is given for products that we review. What are we giving the nose here, Eric?
4.5.
I cannot disagree with you. I think the nose
It's almost perfect. It's almost
incredible. It's everything you want in a wheat whiskey. That age is doing so much legwork for it as well. There's just nothing quite like the sweet, inviting nature
strawberry
of hyper-aged wheated products.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 4.5 for me as well. I think the palate might be where you and I differ a little bit because, again, I like what's happening, even though it is a little bit thin. I am giving the palate a 4.
I was going to go 4.5 again. What?
You bobbed and weaved when I thought you were gonna.
Well, I mean, I kept going back to it, and I'm like, okay, the palate is good. It's my finish.
Okay,
like, we going to bob and weave big time.
All right.
Because when I went back to it, I was like, this is still. It tastes so good, and I'm judging it. I'm being very strict on this because it is a $300 bottle of whiskey, and I can do what I want to. Because up front, it doesn't get that thinness. Like, it's not till it starts hitting the back of your tongue and going down. So, initially, yes, it's a 4.5 on the palate. Now, when I get to this finish, I mean, this drops from a 4.5 down to a 3. It's a 100 proof finish. This is I get the same finish that I would if I grabbed a Heaven Hill bottled and bond 100 proof. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
It's so awesome from the nose to the front of the palate. And once you start hitting the back of your tongue and going to the finish, it's such a letdown, man. That's exactly why I'm like, So, yeah.
I think the finish is actually quite good. I'm not as let down as you are. It's a 4 for me.
That's fine. If that's how you want to play it, that's fine.
Price at $300. It's expensive.
It is.
You know,
I think that it's not a shock, like you said. There's no sticker shock because we know these are all going to be like.
And
this.
I mean, like, even comparatively at something like Pappy 20, that's still a $300 bottle.
Somebody got a Pappy 23 recently. I saw on Discord.
We will not name names.
Papa,
Dadgummit.
Daddy. Hi, remember you adopted
Hanai.
me. You adopted me.
Daddy.
But
Daddy,
anyway.
would you like some sausage?
Okay.
It's just it. Do I like thinking about spending $300 on one bottle? No, but I don't think that it's inappropriate for where it slots into the market. You know, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I think, you know, what did it say? How many barrels went into this? Honestly, you're probably getting 277 barrels. You normally get what, like
150
maybe
out of a barrel.
And it's also
that old. I mean, what? It's maybe less.
Probably, I'd say you're probably getting roughly like 2,000 bottles out of this.
Yeah.
So I mean, they could even be losing money on it. I don't know. I don't think it's that much of a like an insult.
No,
honestly. All things considered, it's like a 3.5 or a 4.
I gave it a 3. I mean, it's kind of that.
I'll give it a 3.5 then.
It's kind of, you know, $50 is a big thing. You know, if I saw this at $250, I might consider it a little bit more, but I'm not mad that they charge $300 because that's what they charge. Sure. And this is a 19-year-old whiskey. So $300 anymore is honestly close to what every big release is. We got Master's Keeps coming out at $300. So they could have charged more, I think. So
for sure.
I'm just saying a 3.
Yeah, 3.5 for me. My total is a 16
out of 15.
Out of 20. You know, it's a big spend, but I don't really see, like, if you're willing to fork it up, go for it.
Yeah.
You know, you may as well.
You may as well. What else are you going to spend $300 on?
A visit to the doctor.
Groceries.
Eggs. Tank of gas.
Comic books. Nintendo Switch.
Switch 2.
Switch 2's coming out?
Yeah, eventually, I think.
I hope. I mean, you want to buy a whiskey? You want to save money for a Switch? That's up to you. You could have both if you saved up for 2 months.
¿Por qué no los dos?
What? What did you just call me?
Why can't we have both?
Oh, thought you were being mean.
I wouldn't be mean to you.
Yeah, you would.
That's reserved for you.
Oh, I got a high proof hot take about you.
About me?
Yes.
Jeez Louise,
yeah,
man.
You. Yeah. High proof hot take.
Did I use Zoomer language online again and you have to call me out on my podcast?
Nope. Mm-mm.
You have a...
Mm-mm.
Okay.
You have to wait and see.
So like I said, we have another review.
Now listen, before we go, Bird bottle.
Found North. We're doing great. Found North.
Why are you holding that bottle up?
Because I'm trying to get it out of the way so we can get the other bottle in the shot.
Now listen, I ain't saying nothing about the whiskey. I'm saying don't put time constraints on somebody who's excited to try your whiskey. As I've been excited.
They just said that they thought that that's the best way for it to be drank.
But what if somebody got it home really fast and they're like, I can't wait. They broke the rules. They just made somebody just felt bad. I'm saying, let's figure out a way. All right, here we go.
Okay, anyway.
Let's figure out a way to where, like, if somebody buys a bottle of whiskey, there's like an air thing and they can pop it when they are on their way home, but they're not going to get in trouble with the law. So if people want it to air out, they have time on their way home.
That's a great idea. We'll make millions.
Trillions.
And then get arrested or something.
Probably. Never mind. Forget that. Anyway, I'm excited. I've been excited. I saw it. I was excited. I want to drink it right now. And Perry said no.
So this is the newest release from the High Altitude collection from our friends over at Found North Whiskey. This is the second edition of Peregrine. Last year's was First Flight. I think they're just calling this one Peregrine again, but it is the 2024 edition. The reason that it's being called 2024 is because it is the year that it was bottled, not the year that it was released. It's being released.
So calm down. People are like, it says it's 21.
It's actually being released the day that this podcast comes out. So you can still sign up for the lottery, I believe. The link will be in the description below. And if you just want to go to it on your own, it's foundnorthwhiskey.com/get-involved.
That's a cuss word. It says, get fucking involved.
They're very adamant about wanting you to be a part of things.
Yeah.
They, of course, provide information about the release on all the bottles. It is 78% corn, 21% rye, and 1% barley. Those are not the grains that went into making this whiskey. This is actually the percentages of types of whiskeys that went into making the final product. So 78% corn whiskey, 21% rye whiskey, and 1% barley. It was finished in ex-cognac and new wood. It's 21 years old, and it's 114.2 proof.
Now, what is in 114.2? Okay. Got it.
So we got two old dogs
Got the OGs.
that we're reviewing today. They also said, and this is what we were talking about leading up to this, and we have done this. They recommend letting this sit in the glass just like they do with any of their products. Sit in the glass for at least 30 minutes prior to drinking it to give it some airtime. So we've done that.
We made it 25.
Yeah.
I mean, what's 5 minutes?
What if the 5 minutes is like the sweet spot?
They're like, we told you.
You're not getting any more of our samples.
Oh my God. All right. I'm stopping this timer. I mean, we're under 25 minutes now. We're closer to 30 than anything. So, all right. Mix it up. We'll give it a little air. This actually speeds up the process a little bit right here. This is like 3 minutes worth of twirling. All right.
Oh, that smells so good. It smells like a cigar batch whiskey.
That smells really good.
It smells incredible. It's such a night and day difference between what we just had, too.
Well, I think what we just had was if I didn't smell what I thought I was going to smell on that, I would have flipped the table. But this, like,
I refuse.
There's a lot going on in this. Yeah. I didn't know what to expect on this, and I'm happy.
Yeah. No, this smells incredible.
It does. It does smell like those cigar blends. There's just a lot going on, but it's not overpowering, though. It's a really, like, refreshing, almost like a whiskey cigar bar, and I'm not even smoking the cigar.
Yeah,
I just have
you're just
that
around it.
around me, and I smell some great whiskey. Like, I like that a lot. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Dude.
Okay. Now, that's...
Man, we have reviewed two very expensive whiskeys today.
I don't want to know the price yet.
Yet? Okay.
I'm enjoying this because there is a very specific note that I'm getting that I absolutely love. On that palate, have you ever had a brown butter cookie?
Oh, yeah.
That's
That's exactly what it is. You're right.
And that finish that's a sweet spot finish. That is a not too hot, not too soft.
Ooh.
Yeah. 114.2 proof. Definitely, I mean, That's delicious, man. Okay. I like that a lot.
I like it so much. I'm having a great time. Found North keeps just surprising me with every single release that they do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just banger after banger after banger, and they keep like improving too. It's not like their early releases weren't great, but it's just like they just keep building on themselves and doing more and more with every subsequent release. I mean, this is
it's delicious, man.
One of their best ones yet, if not their best release.
That's delicious.
Yeah,
that's good, man.
Nose, palate, finish, and price.
A nose is a 4 for me.
I'm giving it a 4.5.
I think it's a great nose. I mean, it's so good.
It feels so warm and welcoming.
It does, but it holds back a little bit to me.
Okay.
Just enough to where when it invites me in on the palate, I say, oh, there's the 4.5. Because when I get that brown butter cookie, it's such a like comforting, like just calms me. It's just like, man, this just tastes like some old like grandmama, like cookie batter. Grandmama, like it just reminds me of home almost. 4.5.
Wait, you're giving a 4.5 on the nose?
No, 4 on the palate. I mean, 4 on the nose, and then I go 4.5 on the palate.
I missed that you.
No, I was saying then it welcomes me in and it turns.
I got
into
you.
Yeah,
it's also a 4.5 on the palate for me. Just a beautiful, big and rich, actually.
The band.
The band, yeah.
Oh
That's
man,
crazy,
band in a bottle.
Yeah. Palate. One of the things that Found North has always talked about, and you know, I bring this up especially because I interviewed Nick, one of their founders, on the podcast.
The founder of Found.
Was that they wanted to make a Canadian whiskey brand for bourbon drinkers. And this does kind of feel like it's part of that, you know. It's in that camp for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know that it was distilled in Canada.
Yeah.
Did you say that?
Probably not.
I didn't know that.
But it's all Canadian whiskey.
I don't care. I love people from Canada. I love Canada.
I do too.
Buffalo's right by Canada. You got Whiskey Morgue up in Canada. You got Steve
Andrew West.
Bierman's up there. Andrew West. I mean, Canada has great people.
It does. Finish. Dude, I just... This is one of the best and most consistent. I fucking wrote this finish. It's still a 4.5 for me.
It's a 5. I went up. I told you, bro.
It's killer, man.
Like a roller coaster, up and away. It's a 5, dude. I think it's one of the most sweet spot finishes. Sweet spot finishes ever. Like, yeah, sometimes you want a big, long, heavy one, like I was talking earlier. But this is just long enough to where it's just comforting. Like, it's like, there it is, there it is. Okay, now I'm ready for another sip. Like, yeah, I love that finish. It's a 5.
Yeah. $2.25 is the price.
$2.25?
Yeah.
I thought you was going to be like, you was like, oh, we got 2 big ones here.
But they are both expensive bottles.
I know, but I thought this was going to be more. $2.25?
Yeah.
Well, not bad about that. Not bad.
4.5.
4.5?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe 200? Been a little better.
Sure, yeah, of course.
Save you some money.
Yeah.
But 21-year-old whiskey that tastes this good?
Yeah.
This is worth every bit of $2.25.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I'm an 18. We both made it to 18 out of 20. That's crazy. Look at us.
Look at us go.
Yeah. How about that?
How about that? Look at us.
We made
This
it.
is good.
It's so good.
I think you could change your process and say 25 minutes is okay to wait. I'm not gonna tell the professionals what to do.
It's been a lot of that this episode.
I know. I'm just this guy. But we waited 25 and it's freaking delicious.
Yeah. Barrel Rings is the next segment of the show. It's the segment that you can actually participate in, dear listener or viewer, if you want to, by leaving us a voicemail or sending us a text message to the phone number 859-428-8253. 859-428-8253. We've got a text message and a voicemail. First one comes from our buddy W. Leb.
Ooh,
he says, ring, ring. Hey, guys. Got this as a gift. Now it's my favorite pour-over bottle, especially good on cannolis. 8 below outside, get the ice cream out inside. You know who. Tennessee Legend Distillery, small batch salted caramel. It's a salted caramel flavored whiskey.
I could get down with that.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before.
Pouring flavored whiskey over ice cream?
I don't have any problem with that.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not really a flavored whiskey drinker, but...
I'll try anything once.
Well, sure, of course.
But that's probably the best way to drink it.
100%.
Or in a milkshake.
Oh, well, duh.
Yeah.
Is this in line with your high proof hot take about me?
Gotta wait.
You had to yell no at me. It's funny. And like I said, we got a voicemail from our buddy Bill.
Bill?
Yeah.
Damn, he's the OG Barrel Rings.
Right.
What?
I think.
Wasn't it Bill that did all the Barrel Rings?
He did them for a long time, but
he was the champion for a while.
He was the champion. But like back in the day before you were a part of the show,
it doesn't matter then.
You're right.
What's going on, boys? It's Bill. I know it's been a hot minute since I called in. Totally forgot about that intro. Jesus Christ. Anyway, just wanted to say what's up. I've been backlogging some of your episodes. I think I'm finally caught up now. I'm sure Eric will be all excited about someone doing a barrel ring so he can stop crying about it now.
Fuck you.
Jesus, Eric. Such a whiner. Anyway, hope you boys are doing well. Things around here in Wisconsin are bleak because it's winter. But, yeah. Trying to cut down on consumption to lose some weight. So, not drinking as much as I used to. Hot take, right? But still, doing those damn food reviews. So, anyways, hope y'all are good. Maybe I'll have something fun to talk about next time. Maybe not so off the cuff. Maybe I could script something like the NFL. Oh, speaking of, check this. It is February 5th, so Super Bowl hasn't happened yet. I was going to pick the Bills, but, well, we know what happened there. Anyway, so, Philadelphia, Kansas City. Here's my hot take. Philadelphia, 24, Kansas City, 21. Saquon Barkley, MVP. You heard it here. Shut the front door. Screw you, AFC. NFC for the win. Peace out, brothers!
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
But I hope you're talking about the Super Bowl MVP because we know now...
Yes, we do.
Josh Allen is your NFL MVP. My boy. But, whatever happens, I don't even know if I'm watching the Super Bowl.
I know you're not because you told me that you were going to sleep.
Yeah, I will. I'd rather go to sleep.
We were going to hang out.
It changed. It changed.
I was so excited.
We hang out all the time.
Once a week.
Yeah. I don't know. We can hang out more. It don't have to be the Super Bowl.
I thought it was a perfect time for it.
I don't want to watch it anymore. Pissing
All
me
right,
off.
lay this high proof hot take about me on me.
High proof hot take. When you are excited about a friend who, like, you're going to text something funny to them and they totally just make you bomb
come on. Is this about the Gohan thing?
No!
Oh, okay.
It's about last night. This was funny. It was about a serial killer. Looks normal, but okay. I almost slammed my phone into the wall We have joked about worse things and got each other to laugh. I did that, and you got all serious. It looks okay to me. Get out of here! It made me mad.
I'm sorry.
You would have normally went full-blown pervert weird pair.
You're right. I would have, but it
Don't do that to your friends.
You're right. I'm sorry.
We can be honest no matter what. And then we can fake it later.
But you're completely right. He does.
We can fake it later. Okay? Just go with the joke.
I should have.
Take. If
I'm
you're
sorry.
a friend and you're unserious with your friends and you make funny jokes that probably should stay in text messages, feel free to let it fly in the text message. Then later you can talk about it. Okay, I know we said that, but let's be professional later. Made me mad. I about threw the phone.
I'm very sorry.
I was so mad.
I'm so sorry.
I was so mad. I was playing Mario Kart and I hit pause and I just threw the switch on. I almost hit the dog with my switch. That's how mad I was. Funny joke like that. We could have riffed about that for an hour.
You're right. I'm sorry.
You know how long we could have riffed about
I know. I'm sorry.
Think about that next time. Before you try to be professional over a text message. Okay?
Okay.
We got it straight?
Yes.
All right. Back to the normal show.
I don't have anything.
Good.
You almost hit the dog with your switch.
Yeah, I did. Can't believe I was ready to go back and forth.
How dare the dog was in the way.
I had memes and gifts lined up, all for nothing.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's fine.
Tips and bits. Some where we recommend things that we've been enjoying recently. Eric's doing shots now.
That's really good.
What do you have to recommend, Eric?
Well,
be kind to your friends.
Be kind to your friends.
Do bits with them.
Do good, be good. God bless. Go Bills. Don't leave your friends out to dry. Quote Josh Allen, don't leave your friends out to dry when they're doing bits over text message. I'm still watching all the Fast and Furious movies while I recover from the Bills loss like I posted. Too Fast, Too Furious, horrible movie.
Bad movie.
I love some moments of it, but really bad compared to the rest. Like, honestly, I know people have mixed opinions about the Fast and Furious series. Too Fast, Too Furious may be the worst. Even Tokyo Drift is better than that. Even though Tokyo Drift doesn't really have much to do with anything until later on when they retconned it. But I would recommend, and I've recommended this same thing. You better be. Never feel bad about watching movies you've watched a billion times if they make you feel good. If you're down and depressed, something's happened in life, and you need a comfort movie, just watch it.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody be like, you've watched that movie a million times. Tell them to suck it.
I agree.
That's it.
I'm finally getting around to watching Don.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's so good, man. It's just so fun and goofy and weird.
Cut your balls off.
Stole his weenie.
Stole his weenie. You're gonna have to watch.
You gotta watch to
I ain't gonna try to
understand
explain
that. It just largely makes absolutely no sense.
Wow.
The entire show, but I'm having so much fun with it. Yeah, I mean that's the only thing that I've wanted.
You've been dealing with a sick house.
I have, and I've had no time really either to watch it.
Do you know what's out for free now, though? We can watch this week and then come back later?
Yes. Let's start
a call.
Yes, it's on Hulu.
Yeah.
We just keep talking about Stavros.
It's his year, man.
It is his year.
It's his year.
I found the email, too, to book him. So.
My God. If that happens, that'll be
Our year.
If that happens, we're going to him. We're going there.
Yeah.
We record there with him in person.
Yeah. No, it would be an in-person recording.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
Bourbon and Beyond lineup dropped as well. I'm very excited about it. You probably don't care.
I don't. Who's the main person?
Fish.
Could care less.
I know. Let's go through some of the other. Dun, 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 dun. Your cousin.
Oh, Sturgill's there?
Sturgill's going to be there.
Maybe I'll talk to him then.
That would be the perfect time for us to interview him.
I'm serious.
Jack White, the Lumineers, Noah Kahn, Benson Boone, who fixed himself in front of a national audience at the Grammys.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. Alabama Shakes, Cage the Elephant, Krungbin.
Huh?
Krungbin.
Okay.
Goo Goo Dolls.
Lord. I love when they have those one-hit wonders.
It's so funny. Like, Third Eye Blind is going to be there, too. But also, Ringo Starr.
Time life, baby, baby, I want something else.
I mean, there's a genuine, like...
Oh, not the B-52s, but the 52s.
Yeah. No, the 502s.
Yeah, 52s.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh. Anyway, I'm excited about the lineup.
Axel and Lolo. About time they got on a thing.
Thunder and Rain.
Gooseberry.
You know what's so funny is from, like, I'd say this line down is all people that we would wind up interviewing. Maybe even like here at 10,000 Maniacs down.
That was one of my favorite experiences when we got the chance to do that, was like the quick like dating interview system where they're like, all right, we're going to start here and go there. And I was like,
it was like, I don't know who you are. I barely even noticed you on the lineup.
Let's go. What kind of snack do you like? What kind of interview is that? See you later.
People just want us to talk to you.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, we'll be back at Bourbon and Beyond this year. We should be at Railbird too. I need to ask you about that, actually.
Okay.
We'll talk about it off air.
All right.
Anyway, but that's the show.
You know what else we'll talk about off air is all the people in our Discord. And the only way to get on that is if you join patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast.
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead now. You interrupted. You're done.
Just like our new member did that you had to talk about. Remember?
I know, but you interrupted me. Now you have to. You have to tell the story.
No, I can't.
You have to.
I can't.
I told you earlier what happened, so now you have to do it. You have to do the rest of the show, the outro and the meat story. You're on. Go. You interrupted me. Now go. I know. Just go. Do it.
Well, we have a new Patreon member, Kim Michael.
Yeah, I was going.
Could you put the mic at least back in front of your face? Eric met Kim a couple weeks ago, actually, at the deli at Kroger. It was right before the snowstorm hit, too. Yeah. And Kim came up and really wanted, like paper thin ham.
Mm-hmm. The best.
And the guy behind the deli was like, so you want ham so thin that you can basically just blow through it and it'll fall apart. And Kim said, that's perfect. And
they like ham. We all like ham.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So Kim, just kind of out of the corner of their eye saw Eric and turned around and said, Eric, back me up here. Like, the only way that ham is consumable, right, on any type of, vessel is when you can basically just swallow it whole.
Thin as hell.
So thin that
it melts in your mouth.
Like, yeah, it's basically just ham paste.
Yeah, ham paste.
And when Eric backed Kim up, that was when they were convinced to join the Patreon.
Yeah. I said, you want something you consume like paste? Get on there.
Patreon.
Yeah,
so
Patreon.
If you want to consume our content like ham paste.
Like ham paste.
Patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast for as little as $1 a month. But $5 a month is the tier where you get bonus content.
Yeah. No, I said you have to do the rest.
Jeez Louise, man. I feel like I'm being put through a humiliation ritual.
I'll get back in here. If you want to get some merch, you can go to bourbonshop.threadless.com. Perry puts all the stuff out there. If you want to send us an email, you like sending emails instead of text messages or voicemails, anything like that. This is my Bourbon Podcast. I'm off. This is my Bourbon Podcast. I was going to say gmail.com. This is my bourbon shop at gmail.com. This is my bourbon shop at gmail.com. Yes, it's not the actual name of the show, but it's the store. It works out. Just send an email there. Like we said earlier, bell rings. You want to send a voicemail, text message, 859-428-8253. We also have all sorts of social media. You can follow me at Whiskey Mutant. You can follow Perry at PRitter1792. And you can follow the show at My Bourbon Pod. You can send us DMs there. We also have a Facebook group. You can go there. We also put this episode on YouTube, video version. You get all the same stuff, but if you want to watch it, it's there. Like, comment, subscribe, send to your friends, do all that. We're on all the other platforms that you want to like, comment, subscribe, review, do all the things. We also have a P.O. Box, Perry.
P.O. Box 22609, Lexington, Kentucky, 40522.
You can send us snacks. You can send us samples. Anything that's, a package, your package that you want us to receive, send it there. And then we'll see you next time.
We will. We appreciate you. We love you. Next time we record, it's going to be on Valentine's Day. So
I'm going to get sexy.
Yeah. See you then.
I'm wearing a G-string. Nobody says G-string anymore.
Nobody does. It's a great joke.
Yeah. It's so old school.
See you next time. Until then, I'm Perry.
I'm Eric.
And this is My Bourbon Podcast.
Still mad.
I know you are.